Hey yo, what is going on guys, Cash and Clean here, and for today's video I just wanted to talk about the stats for the rings in this new update. And the other day someone in my comment section talked about how I wasn't talking about the stats and that I was just reading strictly off the PTS patch notes, and that was just not the case. I do have a ring crafting video that talks about the stats a little bit, but not like really, like there isn't really much comparison that goes on, so I guess this video will cover that. So not sure if this person is still watching my videos or if they're gonna subscribe, probably not, but you know, it's okay. I'll make this video either way. So at the moment I went out of my way to get myself some Crystal 1 rings, Crystal 2, Crystal 3. I don't have a Crystal 4, but I do have a screenshot that I could show you guys on the screen once I do the whole comparison stuff. And at the moment, all of my characters have Stellar 5 rings, so I'll be doing comparisons with that. And if you were to have a Stellar 1 ring, or just, you know, Stellar 1 and above, you're gonna have above 900 power rank. And if you have a Stellar 5 ring like me, it's gonna be 987 power rank, and then those are gonna be the stats. And obviously, if you had a physical damage class, the 5,955 magic damage would be physical damage. Like, they're both the same, is what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, let's start comparing this. So like I said, the power rank for this is just under 1k, but if we go over to the Crystal 1 ring, this is actually 1274 power rank, so it's quite a bit of a boost. And you know, the higher crystal ring level you get, the better power rank you're gonna get. The stats won't really change a whole lot. So if I just go to a Crystal 2, as you can see, this is a level 1, this is a level 2, so 1354 power rank on the level 2, and then 1274 on the level 1. And the magic damage changes a little bit, not too much, just 1300. And they actually changed the light stat on this, because I'm pretty sure the level 1 ring had 50 or something like that, or it went up by 50. And they changed it to 75. I'm pretty sure it was going up by 50. But yeah, now you get a little bit more light, which is good. More light means the more damage you'll do in delves and Geode topside for that matter. And if we take a look at the jump here, the jump only goes up by 1. So this is 20 for the level 1 and then 21 for the level 2. They should probably change that. I don't like how it's just a 1 change. So I thought that was kind of weird. And the weirdest thing out of all of this is that the Stellar 5 ring that I have here has 20 jump. So there's really no change from Stellar to Crystal, like Stellar 5 to Crystal 1. And then the Crystal 2 just goes up by 1. So they should really change that value in my opinion, but I don't know if they will. Now I'm going to go over to the Crystal 3 ring here. Now this is going to be the ideal stats that you'd want to have for a farming class, or just anyone in general. This is really good. So the magic damage goes up quite a bit. So when we're looking at the magic damage here, and the physical damage is just going to be the same. If you have physical damage on this character, I'm using Ice Age by the way for all these rings. But yeah, if I had this for Rev, for example, it'd be 10,400 physical damage. But as I said, I'm using Ice Age for this example because I don't know, I kind of just stayed with my Ice Age. Yeah, it looks like from the change from Crystal 1 to Crystal 2, there's a 1,300 difference with the magic damage. And then going on to the Crystal 3 ring, it's not 1,300, it's actually I think 2,600, so it just doubles right there. And then the light stat, it goes from 175 to 250, so another 75 added, so that one stays consistent, the 75 light added. And then just in case if you wanted to know, this is a Crystal 2 ring that I have for my Revenant, so just in case if you didn't believe me for whatever reason, this is a Crystal 2 ring and this is a Crystal 2 ring. So the damage wise it's the same, the light it's the same. This one has Magic Find, so you can see that there's a little bit of a difference from the Magic Find, 180 to 225. The issue that I see with the Magic Find though is that the ring for the Stellar 5 has 111 and the level 2 here has 180, so there isn't really much of a boost, if I do say so myself here. I don't think the devs will ever change the stat values for these. They might, but I really don't think they will. I think they're just going to keep it all the same. The jump thing really is confusing to me, why it's just 1 and why the jump stays at 20 even though the Stellar 5 ring also has 20. So yeah, I don't know, there's some things that they could change for sure, but I don't know. And before I show you the Crystal 4 ring, I just want to go over the other stats. So if you wanted to get critical hit, so a level 2 ring that I have here is 4.9%. And I actually do have critical hit for my Stellar. I can show you what that looks like. So my Dino Tamer for a Stellar 5 ring has 4.2% critical hit. This one has 4.9. There isn't really much of a change, but I don't know, they're not really doing a whole lot with these stat changes. And Crystal 1 would just fall in somewhere between those two, the 4.2 and the 4.9. And I guess I can see why that they would do this, but the changes just don't seem that drastic at all. Maybe not drastic, I meant to say like little changes. Oh, actually I had a Crystal 1 ring right here with critical hit, so 4.6 is going to be the in-between. So I guess you get a bit of a jump, 4.2 to 4.6. and then you get a little jump straight over to 4.9. I'm assuming that level 3 will be 5.2. I could be wrong, but that's just the trend I'm seeing here. Then over here I have a regular magic find ring with level 1, so that's 135. I think my level 2 that I had, yeah, my level 2 was 180. So the comparison here, so 135 over to 180 from level 1 to 2, and then over to 225 for the level 3. Here we have energy regen. I think I have energy regen on another character. This is a level 2 ring. Let me show you what that looks like. So there actually isn't a big change. My stellar 5 ring for my shadow hunter is 159. And if we go over here, the crystal 1 ring that I have here is 169, which I guess that makes sense. I think that's fine. The stats shouldn't be different here. Looks like it just goes up by 10. And this is just for the level 1 ring. So obviously if you had, you know, a level 4 or 3 or whatever, be a little bit higher. And yeah, that's going to be it for the whole comparison things. I will show you the crystal 4 ring right here on screen so you can see the stats. So here's one ring that I have here that's crystal level 4, and keep in mind that these aren't the right stats. This is from before they made the changes to light, but as far as the power rank goes, that's the power rank that it is, and the other stats should be the same. So this right here is physical damage, but this also applies to magic damage. So it looks like we go from 10,400 over to 14,300. So we get quite a big boost. If we're talking about, if we go over to the light stat, as you can see on my crystal 3 ring, I have 250 light. You're just going to add on 75 to that, so it's going to be 325. Like I said, this is when crystal 4 rings were just introduced to the PTS and they made changes to it, so this isn't the correct light stat. That would be really terrible if it was only 65 light for a crystal 4 ring. And I actually have 2 rings that I'm going to show. I'm going to put them both on the screen right here. So this one has stability and then the other one has jump. So like I mentioned, the jump is just not helpful at all. This one's 23. If we go back to the other jump that we had, yeah, the crystal 2 has 21 jump. So it looks like they're just adding on 1 to it, but in my opinion, they should add a little bit more. Doesn't have to be a whole lot, but you know, just a little more would be a little bit better in my opinion. I said a lot there. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Hopefully all of this makes sense now. And if you have any questions, drop something down in the comments down below. Or if you want to be responsible for a future Trove video, drop something down in the comments down below, and you could be responsible for that video. And on that note, if you're brand new to the channel, if you like what you see, please subscribe and drop a like. It does help out the channel quite a bit. We're approaching 2,000 subscribers, so that is a huge milestone. I do appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are awesome. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you all later.